Hey guys, what's up? This is my first video. Welcome to Code with Derek's channel. So today I'm gonna show you how to connect MongoDB with your Node.js app using Mongoose. So there are a few steps. First, we will be creating an MongoDB account, and then we will initialize a database, and we'll get the Mongo URL from it. And after that we will connect with your Node.js app with the DB, and then we'll interact with it. Okay, so follow along. I will be showing you from the starting to the end. So first we need to create a MongoDB. So just search for MongoDB in your browser and just click on the first link which you get on. Okay, here we go. So just click on start free and we'll be heading towards the login page. So we have an option of signing with Google, so we will do that thing. It's quite easy rather than just filling up this boring form. So just when you register for the first time, it's just gonna ask you about accepted terms and services. So just submit by ticking it, and we'll be into the main page where we need to initialize a cluster first in order to create a DB. And this shows us some welcome page. I think we are waiting for the MongoDB to initialize all the things. So here we are into the page. So just ask us a few questions: why we are using MongoDB. So just exploring what I can build, and just keep up this thing. Whatever application you're building on, say just for now, I just wanna say I'm just exploring. And what is the preferred language we're gonna create? Since we're using Node.js, so this will be just on hit finish, and we'll be into the account. Okay, so we just left with the blank selection. So we're gonna use the free one, of course. And just have the option for the provider. Leave it as it is. Just wanna select your region since I am in the west region, I think so. Yeah, it's a south region, Mumbai. We have the option here. Just gives you what do you want to name your cluster. Just wanna remain the things as it is. Just proceed for creating it. So it just asks you. So we have the option for connecting things. So I'm going to use username and password. Say it also has a certification, but it's better to have these things. So I'm just gonna use uh, let's get the MadMax 774 back. I don't wanna store this complicated password since it's a tutorial, but it's better to store a complicated password. Just do this. So it will escape this part. And regarding this thing, we have the option of having anyone can access the network, but currently it takes our IP address and allow only this IP address to access this DB. For currently finish now, and just go to the DB. Uh, Google always gives us these things. So it's currently deploying. So we are into the DB, I think so. We need to browse collection. So there is some name change if you have already worked with MySQL where we have tables and all things. So your the DB is same. Well, each DB has different, you can say a model or a table basically. And in down here we can see some of the information regarding the cluster we have. Uh, so it's just loading. We just for now we can just browse collection. Since we haven't created anything, so there will be nothing here. Just need to overview things up. These are the things. So for now, just go to the DB and hit connect on the right side. So just ask you how you want to connect. Since we are connecting with our Node app, we will select like app, and just need to copy. We just have the option which type of app we want to select, difference upon the languages we want to use. Since we are using Node.js, so we'll just hit Node.js and select any version we are currently using, and just copy this thing. This thing is in the way where we want to connect your our DB. Okay, so just so now we are done with all the initialization of DB. Let's just hit back to our code. For safety reason, we should store this Mongo URI into an env file. For I will be also using env file for this thing, but let's see. So just we go Mongo URI, just saving this thing up. We just need to change the password. It doesn't give us hard code everything. That's very good. Okay, so we need to. So this is how. So before even connecting, we will be needing some more things. But first, we need to initialize npm package module. So just wanna npm it, and we got the npm package. So we'll be installing few things. The first things will be the Mongoose, from which we want to interact with the DB. Sorry, it's forgotten I. Yeah. Just so we'll be installing Mongoose, and what else we will be need? We'll be needing an Express, since we are creating an API for an example. Okay, so we have almost covered most of the part. Just waiting for this thing to install, and then we'll be up. So this is have installed the Mongoose here, and just want to install npm express. We'll be needing express here, but for now, if you want, we can say .env file here. We can say mongo URI, and just want to paste this thing up here. Text on it. Okay, I just want to save this thing up. We want to install .env in order to access the env file into our app file, and I think we are good to go with this. So we just say Mongoose, say express for now. Express equals to require express. Okay, and one more thing we'll be needing is Mongoose. Mongoose equals to require Mongoose. And since we are using env, so just say cons dot env is equals to require dot env. So for getting all the things up, we say dot env config. So this is how we want to access our the env file in the local directory. And since we want to connect with our Mongoose database, first we want to initialize the thing. So in Mongoose, we have mongoose.connect function where we want to pass that URI. Since we are getting this URI from the env file, we say process.env.mongo URI. I think that's the name which I actually saved. Yep. Just for yeah. So we just have connected with the app. And in order to do this, we can say, yeah, we can, I think we have now connected with the app. So we can select cons db is equals to mongoose dot connection. It's dot is that's why just connection. And we can also listen to the event admits by, you can say, db dot on connect. We can say with in and function. We're gonna say console dot log db connected. This is how we're gonna work with that thing. This is connected, yeah, not connect. So this will be, and we can do the same thing for a disconnection while seeing as disconnected, dis connected. Okay. And I think we are up for the that thing. And let's first initialize the express here. So yeah, so just have initialize the thing. I just want to separate thing up for the better thing. Well, this since this is an example, I'm not separating, I'm just putting everything into a single file. But for Express, we need to structure everything since if we are having a very long or big project. Okay. So just say now const app is equals to Express. Okay. So this is how we initialize Express. So we need to add few things in order to start our Express app. First, we will be reading the port number. So we just need to const port is equals to for now. First, we check that can we have any porting. If not, or we listen to 4 5000. Yeah, and we say app dot listen, and we need to pass first is a port, and then so we just want to pass this port function. And we want to pass in callback function when this app starts listening. So this callback function will be called. I just want to console log on say app listening to port. Just want to pass http colon local host, and so I want to pass port number here and the brackets port. Okay, so let's just test this thing up. I just want to say node app.js. Okay, so this will state us something. So it says app listening to port 5000, and we have also get the event imitation of db connected. Okay, so our db is also connected and our app is also working. So let's head over to this app. So since we haven't added any code or anything, this is just getting us and getting cannot getting. So in order to get this, we will just say app dot get. We just pass the path, and then so this thing takes two things. One is request and second is response. If you have ever used uh, Express earlier, and we just want to console for now. Not console. I just want to send response hello. Response to send. We just want to pass an text hello from deck. Hello from deck. Just want to save this thing up. And for we need to restart this app. For this thing, we also have a package named nodemon, where it automatically restart our node when there is any changes. So just head back. Refresh this thing up. Now it says hello from deck. And since let's use that package npm I nodemon. So this will initialize. This will be a very useful thing for developers, but not for the project related to. But we can use it for. You can also specify this thing as npm as that is save dev. So this will be saved as a developer package, not as a project package. But let it be. So just say nodemon app.js. So now it will automatically look into a app or you can set this directory, and if there are any changes and we have saved the changes, this will automatically restart. Okay, so let's just first interact with the DB. So for that thing, we have to first define a schema. So we need to create table from within this code or application rather than creating from the website or MongoDB account. Okay. So let's just go back to just create an schema first. So schema is something where we define what type, what data type or table have. So let's say we're gonna define a very simple thing. So we just say Mongoose has some schema thing. So just wanna pass schema. So Mongoose uses a way of using JSON. So we wanna take in a username and what type it will be. It will be a type string, and what else we want to take. We're gonna take in password. What type it will be. It will be a type string. So just define the schema, what type the data will be. I just want to save it into something. Let's say user schema. I just want to save this here. Okay. So we just have defined how the table structure would look like. So we just want to use this table. So you can say user model. So in Mongoose, this model. So I want to use this model. I want to save this thing to our DB. So we use the DB instance where we have passed the URI. So we just say db dot model. So this model takes two parameters. First, what name do you want to pass? What name do you want to use for this table? So we say users. Okay, just use the capital one. Yeah, and I'm gonna pass the schema. Since we have created a schema, this will use the user model schema. For better uses, I will be structuring code, and I will be also sharing the code into my GitHub repo. Do check the description here. Okay, guys. So we just have created a database. Okay, and now we wanna add some details. We'll be using is just wanna say app dot post request, since we wanna send or data. We're gonna get data from the user and we wanna interact with the DB, and we're gonna say user. Okay, so register, and this is gonna take in and one new parameter from the params, which will be the username. Okay, and we want to take one more parameter is a password. It's better to take passwords into the body rather than into the params. So we just want to say let username. So we're just gonna take the parameters first. So let's just store username. We're gonna take this from request dot params dot username. Okay, and you're gonna say let's password is equals to say request dot body dot, since it will be passing in password value, we will get that thing. Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to use this model in order to save the database. So for better reason, what we will do is we're going to take two inputs from the user. One is password and another one is confirm password. So say confirm password, and same thing here. And you want to check this thing is if password is was confirm password, then only we're gonna store this database. Okay, so we're gonna use that instance of that table which we created earlier, and you're gonna say dot create, and you're gonna pass in the parameters into a JSON object. Okay, so since our table structure use like the is like this, like username and password, so we're gonna just use that thing. So you just say username, just say username, and I'm gonna say up it's the username. Oh, that's what username. Okay, so this one is, and I'm gonna say password. That's a password. I wanna say password. Okay, and just have to save this. As soon as this creates, we will get the data into our database. Okay, and we say response, just show that data goes to this, and the last we just say response dot send data. We can add one more thing. This is what we call middleware in order to use in our Express. So let's just try this thing works. And let's go back to head back to this URL where you were. Oh man, just let me open this thing up. I'm gonna head back and say which since it's not a get request, we need to open Postman. So just want to search Postman here. I want to open our Postman. So what Postman is in order to test all the different uh, HTTP response, we need to test it through Postman. Uh, Browser only performs a GET request. So in order to perform another test such as post, delete, anything, we use Postman for testing purposes. Okay, so just wanna back and create this new one. We're gonna get the URL just from here. I wanna paste it to this thing. Wanna set this to post, and we're gonna pass more thing is username. So we just wanna test. We'll pass Derek, and in the body we'll pass data into a raw JSON format. Okay, so just gonna add curly brackets and we'll say password. Say 123 and we say confirm password. This port need to be same. Okay, I just send this data and okay, that's an await function. In order to do this, we need to create it a synchronize it. I want to say await, and we are done. I think so. Yep, we are done. Says to be connected. Now we send this request. You look, guys, we are now able to get the data from the DB. So this is what the data we are getting from the DB. It also adds a unique ID field and one underscore v. Not sure about this thing, but we are able to store this data. So let's just check out DB. Is there any data out there? So just wanna see the collection. So it's like retrieving let's say browse collection now. Retrieving list of database. So here we automatically creates an user, it automatically creates a DB name test. So in that we have our table, or you can say model, where we have stored two of these things. I think the first one also got stored, but we haven't added the await keyword. So the code automatically got us the empty JSON. That's why we are able to get these two things. And this is what how we get push the data into database. So in order to get thing up, we say get user, and what we want to take is the username. Okay, and we're going to take in a sync. We want to take in request as always, and response always. And okay, so we can select username is equals to request dot parents dot username. So this is how we get the user module. So we're gonna say user module, we're gonna say find. So this find objects, it all the it filters out all the things by providing some unique values, where it also has many things that you can use. We can find by ID, find by ID and delete, many more options. This also has a find one, like it will retrieve only it gets the first filter out data from the DB. So what we are getting the find, we are using the find here. So what we need to pass in what data we want to filter out with. So we're going to say username should be the username what the user have passed. Okay, and let's check. Since it's an await thing, it's gonna get us the data. Yeah, I just wanna wait this thing up. Okay, let's just await this thing and say response dot send, and it's gonna send the data. So we will be getting two details from the thing since we have two same username into the DB. So let's post it to get request. Let's let it deal with things. Just wanna open up new one, copy this thing up, paste this thing up. We're gonna say get user. We're gonna pass in only Derek, and this is gonna be a get request. Here we are getting the details from the DB, guys. I hope you understood my logic. I'm going to share this code into my GitHub repo. Do check it out if you stuck in between. Okay. And if anyone has any query, do let me know. Thank you guys for watching this channel. Please do like and subscribe. This is my first video. I'm trying my best to help the people out. And do let me know what else should I go with the what else should I make video on. Okay, so next video I will be either be doing on how to structure express app that's in the best way, not in the bad way. This is one of the bad ways you can create an application. This is so confusing, but on the next video, or I will also update in my repo how we should structure this thing up. Okay, see you guys in the next video. Bye.